No one expected Ariana Grande to be completely missing from the Oscar conversation this year. When the nominations dropped, fans immediately noticed something strange. Wicked, for Good, walked away with 0 nominations. Not for performances, not for music, not for production. And that silence felt even louder when you remember that the first Wicked film dominated the awards circuit just a year earlier. So, naturally, the question exploded online. How did this happen? At first, the confusion seemed simple. Award seasons are unpredictable. Competition was tough. Campaigns rise and fall. But then, the internet did what it always does. It went looking for a deeper story. And that's when the focus quietly shifted away from the movie and onto Ariana Grande herself. Within hours, posts began circulating on social media claiming that some Oscar voters were supposedly put off by Ariana's public dynamic with her co-star Cynthia Erivo. According to these anonymous claims, their press tour appearances felt too intense, overly emotional, or even uncomfortable to watch. No names, no sources, just whispers spreading fast across Reddit threads and gossip pages. And once that idea caught traction, it snowballed. Fans started dissecting every interview clip, every hug, every moment of shared emotion. What once looked like two artists passionately celebrating a dream project suddenly got reframed as something controversial, at least online. The narrative wasn't that Ariana's performance wasn't good enough, it was that her off-screen presence somehow worked against her. And that's where things get complicated. Because here's the reality no rumor account wants to talk about. Oscar voting is completely confidential. Academy members don't explain their choices, ballots aren't public, and no official spokesperson ever comments on why a film or performance was overlooked. So when posts claim voters felt creeped out, there's no way to verify that. No interviews, no receipts, nothing that traces back to an actual Academy member. Still, the reaction was loud. Some fans were angry, others were confused, and a few well-known artists stepped in to shut the conversation down. Charlie Puth publicly defended Ariana and Cynthia, praising their performances and calling out the way the narrative had turned. Major entertainment outlets also covered the snub, but noticeably avoided repeating the rumor as fact. Instead, they focused on the lack of nominations and the fan response, not imaginary voter opinions. Industry insiders were quick to point out something important. Oscar voters are supposed to judge what's on screen, not what happens during press tours. While marketing strategies can be criticized, there's no evidence that emotional interviews or co-star chemistry are part of the Academy's voting criteria. In other words, the internet may have been connecting dots that were never there. And when you zoom out, the situation looks a lot less mysterious. Award seasons are crowded. Studios push certain projects harder than others. Sometimes a sequel, even a successful one, just doesn't land at the right moment. That's not scandal. That's Hollywood. So where does that leave Ariana Grande? Despite the online noise, there's no proof her Oscar chances were damaged by Cynthia Erivo, their friendship, or their press appearances. What remains is a reminder of how quickly speculation can turn into truth online, even when there's nothing backing it up. And in the end, this story might say less about the Oscars, and more about how eager the internet is to create drama when silence leaves room for imagination.